So what impact will the World Cup have on the legacy of the women's game? Well, there was a huge increase in participation levels in England after Lionesses won the Euros, with almost 2.5 million more women and girls in England taking part in 2022-23 compared to the previous season. Former England captain Faye White expects that growth to continue.
Yes, they didn't get the trophy at the end of the day, but they have inspired young girls like this. And obviously, like Serena was saying in her message, it's about now the investment in the game, and the National Lottery has been supporting the game over the last few years, even longer. But over the next 4 years, they're going to pledge 15 million into the women's game, into women's and girls football, with the view of improving facilities as well as getting more clubs up. And obviously, since the Euros anyway, they've seen an influx of over 200 clubs form because of that, and how the Lionesses inspired young girls to want to take up the game, and now they have somewhere to be able to go and do that.
Well, the awareness of the England senior women's team also saw a huge spike after that famous Wembley win at the Euros. Over half of girls aged 5 to 16 were aware of the team in April of this year, compared to just under a quarter the previous June.
I think society is changing its perception on women's sport as a whole, but now because of the Lionesses and successful, how competitive, how strong and brave, but also some of the good background stories of all the Lionesses, or where they've been, what they've had to do to get to this level, and it just shows resilience and character. And those are two elements which I think anyone would be proud to display and show.
Now, the added interest was demonstrated by attendances at WSL games, a huge increase of 170% in 2022-23 compared to the previous season.
I went to an Arsenal game recently at the Emirates at the end of last season that had 60,000 people at. And I mean, that's the way we got to go next. But basically, people can see world-class talent, the likes of Sam Kerr, the likes of the whole England team, some of the Australians, Steph Catley at Arsenal, Kathleen Ford at Arsenal too. But they can see them week in, week out, and in clubs where you can get a lot closer and touch them, get their signature. So why wouldn't you, as a fan of the women's game, want to get out and support your club or any club at the WSL? But it's going to be an exciting season.